Today we're talking about ounces and pounds. Ounces and pounds are the standard units of measurement that we use for weight. If you watched the YouTube video, Ounces, Pounds, and Tons, you found out that 16 ounces equal just 1 pound. So ounces do not weigh very much. That's a really small unit of measurement for weight. A pound is a little bit more, and then if you have 2,000 pounds, you have a ton. Okay, so if you ever say something weighs a ton, you know that that means it weighs 2,000 pounds, okay? What I'd like you to do is to think about some things that weigh just a few ounces or things that weigh a pound or more. So if you're thinking about some things, maybe out in your backyard, if I look out in my backyard, I have a lawn chair. A lawn chair is pretty heavy, especially mine, because they're made of metal so they don't blow away in the storm. It weighs lots of pounds. I would say it probably weighs a good 15 pounds. But if I look out there, I also have a bunch of grass. And let's just say I pull up a handful of grass. Well, that grass just weighs a few ounces, maybe not even 2 ounces. So when I'm measuring, if something is very light, I will say that I would measure it in ounces. If something's heavier, I would measure it in pounds, okay? So please get out your math worksheet today. You need to get out page 345 and a pencil. When you're ready, go ahead, write your name at the top, and let's look at number 1. Number 1 says to mark an X on each item that weighs just ounces, okay? So we're going to look at all these pictures and figure out which one just weighs ounces. A garden hose. Well, this might trick you a little bit, but garden hoses, if you've ever tried to move one, they're very heavy, actually. It weighs more than ounces, okay? How about a worm? Worms aren't very big, right? So we would mark an X on them because they weigh just ounces. How about a lawnmower? Ever tried to pick up a lawnmower? Well, guess what? I have, because every year my dad comes over and picks up our lawnmower and he puts it in the back of his truck so he can sharpen the blades. Well, that thing doesn't weigh a few ounces. It weighs lots of pounds. It's heavy. How about a strawberry? One little strawberry just weighs ounces. How about a hoe? A hoe probably is something that's going to weigh a few pounds. Not a lot of pounds, but maybe 1 or 2 pounds. How about this little tiny flower? That's only going to weigh ounces, so let's put an X on that. So the things that weigh just ounces are the worm, the strawberry, and the flower. These things are all very, very light. Okay, at the bottom of our page, we need to put an X on the things that weigh pounds. So how about a wheelbarrow? Definitely in pounds. Garden gloves? Well, those don't weigh very much. Those would just be ounces. How about the butterfly? He's also just going to be ounces. A rake? Well, that would be something. That would probably be pounds. How about a cactus? Well, cactus, you may think it's not very heavy, but when you have a cactus that's in a pot full of soil, you quickly get some weight in there, and that probably weighs a couple of pounds. How about this little flower? Well, he's only going to weigh ounces, so I don't need to put an X on him. All right, let's turn our page over and let's work on page 346. And what they want us to do is look at these items, okay? So they've divided our page into 2 columns. On the left-hand side, we're going to circle how many ounces we think these items weigh. And on the right-hand side, they want us to guess how many pounds these pictures weigh, okay? So let's start with ounces on the left-hand side. I have a lollipop. Well, do you think a lollipop weighs 2 ounces or 20 ounces? I'm going to say it weighs about 2 ounces. Okay, how about a soda can? Well, guess what? Soda cans are all marked, and it says that they are 12 ounces. If you get out a can of soda, You can see it marked usually right at the bottom. It says 12 ounces and the abbreviation is OZ. So you'll see 12 and then an OZ. How about this ladle? Well, do you think it weighs 100 ounces? Probably not, because that'd be a few pounds, right? I don't think this thing weighs 5 pounds, but it probably does weigh 6 ounces. Just 6 ounces, okay? All right, now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to look at these items, but these I am circling how many pounds I think they are, okay? So a kitty cat, do you think a kitty cat's 100 pounds? Does he weigh more than you? No, he weighs about 10 pounds. How about this desk? Do you think it weighs 100 pounds? Well, unless it's full of something very heavy, it probably doesn't weigh 100 pounds. It probably weighs about 20 pounds. How about this boy? Well, I would say that this boy weighs about 50 pounds, and probably you also weigh about 50 pounds. Okay, so make sure you've completed both sides of your math paper. Give yourself a sticker, and you're all done. Good work.